Best of WBV podcast. Best of WBV podcast. Best of WBV. Best of WBV. Best of WBV podcast. Best of WBV podcast.
All right, so let's read the fan mail. We're going to wrap this up. I can't even. First off, I'm blown away that we have fan mail.
Me too.
I mean, it's our first show.
Shocked.
How do we get fan mail?
There's a lot of hype. There's a pretty
it's not direct mail; it's email. So that's pretty quick. But I don't know. So let's go ahead and read the email. Let's see this one. So we have it's from Marty _1985. Yeah. So I just
Why does that sound so familiar?
Luckily, I've been sick for 3 months. So my throat's gonna explode if I keep laughing.
We're both sick.
Let's read what Marty says here.
Marty.
Fucking Marty.
You say it correctly. I sound like a jerk.
So let's see what Marty says.
Marty.
So he reads, I'm such a huge fan of the WBV podcast that I'm emailing you from the future. It is August of 2015. Our society is run by the guy who looks like Kenny G from Color Me Bad. You know, the I Want to Sex You Up band?
Of course I know.
Yeah. So that's crazy.
That is crazy.
So I'm going to go ahead and continue reading this email from Marty _1985.
That's only 5.5 months from now.
It's from the future, dude.
That's crazy.
We are chained and whipped until we can produce 2,000 miniature hoverboards for his gang of bloodthirsty squirrel henchmen. When I'm released, I head to my iHome and look forward to 45 minutes of shitting my pants laughter with the Welcome Back Voorhees podcast. Oh, and by the way, in June of 2015, you two Zulus will be drugged and kissed by a guy named Biff Cosby, so be aware. Love you two fruits, Marty _1985.
Now I'm scared.
What do you think he meant by that, Biff Cosby?
I don't know.
Who do you think would drug us and kiss us? Do you think there's anybody
No.
that we should be aware of?
No. America's favorite dad.
Yeah, like imagine that. Could you imagine that? It's just amazing.
Just kissed? I think you'd be getting off pretty easy if you just get kissed.
Do you think any
Sound
guys...
like everyone got more than kissed.
You think so?
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah, yeah, there's been some graphic shit.
Yeah, well, you get drugged pretty heavily and then you wake up halfway in.
Are there any guy stories that we've heard of?
That I know of.
So he just likes the ladies.
Yeah, he's just a normal heterosexual guy.
Yeah.
That's all.
You are listening to The Best of, the Welcome Back Voorhees podcast.
Funniest things is, so I worked for WAAF from 1999, well, 98 as an intern, but 1999 through 2008. And I was on the air, and I did many years of radio, and hopefully you guys listen to me or probably fucking turned me off a bunch of times. But I started somewhere, and that somewhere was with Colin in 1993. So here's a question, right? So we're going to go ahead and listen to our tapes. This is horrifying, by the way. This is bad. This is fucking bad news, people. So we're going to listen to when I worked at WSKV along with Colin Quigley here, who you're going to hear in a second. And
is that TV 38?
Yeah, it's the TV 38 well, it's the college radio station, WSKB 89.5.
Yeah, Dana Hersey in the movie Loft.
89.5.
Not to be confused with the movie Loft.
What's that, WSBK?
Yes, it was. Yeah.
What?
89.5 WSKB in Westfield, Massachusetts. But we were out there, and I was super psyched. For me, when I was a kid, I'll never forget sitting in my bed listening to Dave and Alan Boucher and you know, I'm trying to think who else was cool back then. You know, Charles Lacquerdera, you know, the Big Mattress, and
Mark Parento.
Mark Parento, who's a great guy. He hasn't done much, right?
He babysits sometimes for me. Watches my son.
But so for me, it was like, hey, man, I got to get on the air out in Westfield. and I couldn't wait, and I finally got out there. And so what we're going to do is listen to some of our college shows today, and a couple breaks, nothing that's going to overwhelm you. So let's go ahead.
So these are the tapes that got you hired at AAF?
Absolutely not.
I'm sure they're good.
It was my good looks that got me hired at AAF.
And I will say there was absolutely zero qualifications that we needed
No,
to
no.
get on the air at Westfield WSKB.
Absolutely
It
not.
was 100% show up for the meeting, and then you get a radio show, and we get on the air.
Okay. So let's go ahead and listen. So these are breaks. So here's the thing. Let's do the math. So it's what, 2015 right now? Has that changed?
Yes, still.
Sounds
It's
good.
2015 still. So when these were recorded, it was 1995. So it's exactly 20 years ago. So this shit is when literally Cobain was pumping heroin into his arm and shooting his fucking brains out. This is what we were doing out of Westfield. This is exactly what was happening when his fucking skull was all over the back of a wall somewhere. Let's go ahead and start it. So tell me the truth. I mean, this is solid radio we're going to listen to right now. So just go ahead and tell me what you guys think. We're going to go ahead and stop it and start it.
Brick Hell, right there, on the Eternal Buzz Show. And we have visitors, Dana and Troy. Yeah, gotta love it, gotta love it. Well, that was a request by the redheaded maniac, Don. That's it. Once again, he's another one.
Okay, stop.
Were you guys taking helium? Dude, that doesn't even sound like you. Where were your balls were still up in your stomach?
Dude, when I tell you I sound like, and I've said this multiple times.
Slow the tape down. No,
Hold on.
see if
Hold on. Ready? No. Here. As a professional, I've been in the business for a while. I know how to, it's called an intro and outro. Listen to how I start listen to this. Normally you're supposed to be like, blah, 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 0.3. Here we go, watch. This is how the fucking break starts.
Edie Brick Hell,
It's just-
right there,
it
on the
ends
Eternal
fucking-
Buzz Show.
fucking Edie Brick
And we have
Hell.
visitors, Dana and Troy. Yeah, gotta love it, gotta love it. Well, that
Gotta
was a
love
request by the
do.
redheaded maniac,
You gotta love
Don. That's it. Once again, he's another one that doesn't have a last name. He's like Sting.
Yep, just Don.
Well, we're going to run down as much. We have a lot of material here in the Eternal Buzz, and we have one microphone, so basically we're making out right now.
Yeah, I'm
and our
looking
intern
fine.
still has a half shirt.
I love the accent.
And we're going to do right.
I haven't heard that accent in years.
Right?
Now that you're what's your accent now?
General American.
General American.
I've tried so fucking hard to.
Don't they make
hear that?
cars?
Yeah.
General American.
Park the car at Harvard Yard.
We make cars.
We make Coors. We make fucking Coors beer. I want to make fucking Coors beer.
Coors.
All right.
General American.
Come on, boys. Let's listen to my show. This is a fucking solid show.
Now the horoscope.
All right.
This is Colin, by the way.
My personal horoscope for May 7th, and this is for all you cancers out there.
The cancers.
Well, your zodiac sign pretty much
Cancers.
sums up your future. Large golf ball-sized tumors will run roughshod through your body. People will be nervous to approach you due to your dangling eyeball and computerized voice. Don't take advice this week from Sea Captains or The Cosby Show. A Christian Slater movie.
Whoa, he was predicting the future. You just said don't take advice from the Cosby Show. That means don't get raped. Don't get raped.
Bit of a soothsayer.
You really are, man. I feel like you should be in a fucking cave right now, and I should walk in with a bunch of mist around you, and I should say, soothsayer, I need to know if Bill Cosby will fuck me in the ass. Do you think you could do that? I think we need that. Let's continue.
Hold the key to your knowledge. Unlock the power. $20 bills are evil karma. Leave them in a burlap sack outside Eli. I will wash them. I encourage you to get a Caesar hairdo to be alternative as hell. Love thy toadies.
Well, that was the horoscope of the day for you cancers. Now that would be the summertime, people.
Yeah, like June and July.
Don't you think it was kind of negative? Just
Hey,
maybe a tad
I'm
bit.
just getting what I see out of the stars.
Yeah. All right. Well, hey. Well, I guess we have more more fun stuff here. I believe we'll do the top 9 things to do when you're 21.
So
When the
here,
Sully
all right,
and
let's take a
Fitzy
breath.
show
Let's take a
returns.
breath. This is 1995. This is 20 years ago.
This is ridiculous.
So what were we doing? I'm trying to think what we were doing. There was a lot of bush lights involved. Or was this midday? We used to have all different shifts, right? We used to have we had
I
the night
remember
shift.
there was a 3 to 4 that I definitely recall us taking the
Yeah, we had the afternoon shift.
the afternoon shift.
Yep.
we would get
Who had
mangled.
morning drive.
I think his name was Juan Carlos from fucking Granby. I think I believe it was him. Yeah, so we had all different shifts. I don't know when this was, but let's go ahead and continue. So I believe this was actually one of we considered it a greatest hits. So we took all the different stuff we wrote and then kind of brought it into one show because it's killing it right now, guys. Right?
Was I raised in Dorchester and I just didn't know about it?
What, you mean your accent?
Yeah.
Nothing's changed.
No.
Do you,
Is it the same?
Do you curve your R's? I sound like a fucking 12-year-old chick, and you're worried about sounding like you're from Dorchester?
No, you guys seriously, Everett, Dorchester.
Fucking, I'm from the dot, kid. Whatever.
It's so funny.
I was saying when my first job out of college, I was on the phone all the time, and I would actually talk to people from America, and they would ask me if I was from Australia or New Zealand. And that was actually when I realized, I'm like, I don't sound like I'm from this country, and my accent had to go away.
It's okay. Let's hear you from 20 years ago.
Now, when you're 21, the obvious thing you can do is drink, right? But we're not going to go that mainstream. We're not going to be the kids that go on the radio and go, guess what? When you're 21, you can drink. We sit back and go, yeah, remember you drank last night? That was weird, man. That was crazy. No, but our top nines are usually different. The first one out of the all-star top 9 things to do when you're 21 is slit your wrists and train your monkeys to skate on your frozen corpse.
All right, you want to read number 2?
You can read number 2. I'll hold on.
Oh, jeez. No, I'm not reading number 2.
I'll read number 2.
I'm not reading.
All right. You can put super glue on your buddy's toilet and punch him in the gut until he poos in.
I think we were high.
Until he poos in harmony with your high school recorder. All right.
I recognize some of the writing here. I think we have the same writers on the show.
Dude.
Some of the emails sound eerily familiar.
I was just going to say.
Hey, kid, your high school recorder.
In fucking 20 years, you're listening to the exact same show. I've not gotten any taller. All I've done is gotten a general American accent and I'm fucking in a basement in Wilmington. That's it. That's the only change. I'm not out in Westfield. I have not grown any. I've gotten fucking gray hairs. That's it. You're listening to the show from
general American accent and a higher body fat level.
Exactly. I wear fucking fat boy jeans right now. That's it. I go to fucking Lucky Jeans. They go, get in the corner, fat boy. That's all that fucking happened, dude. All right, so let's continue this fucking circus.
The toilet and you're punching him in the stomach and his butt is secreting noises that are close to your high school recorder. Remember those terrible noises they used to make? Okay.
Number 3. Number 3. You can get drunk with your dad and throw rocks from a bridge at oncoming cars.
Wow.
Dude, I love...
Well, if you have any...
You guys are totally leaving each other hanging, too.
I'll tell you something.
Someone just goes, yeah. Yeah.
Deal with that, you idiot.
Yes, that did happen. However, think about this. I had dreams of becoming fucking Howard Stern. I wanted to be the big dog on the block. This is me going, I have zero training. I have no idea what I'm doing. So Colin,
you gotta love it.
The one thing I do remember is always saying that everything's alternative because it was the 90s. And I really do talk about this because I've listened to these clips. I remember just saying, yeah, everything's so fucking alternative, man. It's so alternative. I remember Brian something. I'm not gonna,
we would walk across and see those guys on campus, and we'd be like,
heroin.
it's all about an alternative lifestyle.
Corduroys.
That could mean different things.
I know.
Who are
true.
these guys?
He had a flagpole with a fucking rainbow hanging, But no,
Which is fine.
No, there's nothing wrong with that at all. All right, so listen, I hit the post here. If you know radio, if you hear songs where there's an intro, there's 20-second intro, and you talk it up, and then just before the singer starts singing, you stop talking. W, blah, blah, blah. Boom, song hits. I fucking crushed it at the end here. Just listen, Tony. Don't look at me. Don't look at me.
Request, give us a call here at the station.
572-5427.
If you think we're completely insane, give us a call at the station.
If you want to hit us.
Otherwise, give us a call at the station.
Nice. Dude, you sound like your brother.
I do sound like
just
Matt,
like your
right?
brother Matt.
I do. Dude, I was thinking the same thing, man. Yeah, that was the key. It was hitting the post. And I played, when we first started in radio, the first thing they said to us was, you have to play rap. Essentially, you have to play rap. Your show's going to start. And I started sneaking in Aerosmith and, the bands at the time that we could play, and some of the 90s bands, Jane's Addiction, things like
In
that.
1995, out in Western Mass, you were required to play rap.
Well, they only had records, and I would bring in cassettes. They would have tons of records on the wall. It was so archaic, man. The setup was so archaic, man. It was really bad. But it was fun, right, man? Because we would, like I said, the very first show in the WBV podcast, the first show I talked about was our signal. You could throw up further than the signal because it was that fucking short, man. It would only go to what, West Springfield?
It went to about Springfield, and we would get the calls from like the high school kids in Springfield.
Yeah.
Asking us to play Korn.
Yeah.
And we were psyched that they were asking us to play Korn. We hated Korn.
Actually, I'm going to go ahead and say Korn was not around then.
No, they were.
Were they really?
Absolutely. I remember them
Google
asking
it.
us to play
Google
Korn.
it.
I'm telling you.
95?
Yes.
No fucking way.
I'm telling you, 95,
Here we go.
96,
Cousin Patrick,
we
get
were
over
playing
here.
Korn.
Get over here.
Our engineer.
Yeah.
Verify this. I
Pat
remember
Duran.
Korn requests.
Pat, no fucking
Dude,
way.
Korn,
I'm going to go
98,
90. I'm going to go
97.
98 or 97. And we graduated right around then. Although we had our last shows around then. Oh, Colin could be right.
So as long as it was 96, 97.
What?
93.
90 fucking 3?
I'm telling you, this was before. This was when they were in an alternative lifestyle.
Really? Korn was from fucking Korn?
Wow.
Wow, I'm a fucking terrible rock DJ. I didn't know that. All right. Wow. All right.
And we completely pandered to the high school kids of Springfield playing Korn songs when we had no idea who they were.
Oh, yeah. No, I'm as classic. If you look at my basement, you can see fucking Van Halen, although I got a little alternative here, but it's Aerosmith. I'm the fucking classic stuff, man.
John Cicada.
I love John Cicada. There's some pop hits, too, man. Who doesn't love pop hits as of recent? There's a lot of pop hits, man. You like some pop shit?
Yeah.
Bubblegum pop? My wife gets me into that shit all the time.
I know.
All the time. Kiss 108, I love it.
Every Taylor Swift song, I fucking hate.
No,
this
I
girl.
kind of like
And
it,
then
dude.
I'm
groove.
sorry to say.
What did I get into
I
recently?
don't think she's
Katie,
done
what was,
anything I don't love.
Rihanna. It was Rihanna. How does it go? My ass is shaking. Something like that. That's not even close. Oh, dancing in the dark. Yeah. All right, let's get back to this bullshit. So let's go to another break here. This is where we discuss. I have no idea. Oh, Silverchair. This is where Here we go. 20 years ago.
Aha.
Oh. Hold
You
on.
just
Hold
blanked.
on.
You
Yes,
fucking
Hold on.
blanked.
Stop. No, I'm just not a professional at this point. I'm fucking 19 years old. 19? Wait, 19? Yeah.
Did you never heard radio?
Fucking asshole.
Aha.
Hold on. So when a song ends, as a disc jockey, I've done this 1,000 times. 107 point blah, blah, blah. This is Denny, blah, blah, blah. Thanks for listening. This is me 20 years ago doing fucking not that.
Aha. Israel's son right there by Silverchair. Nothing seems to work in the studio today.
Me and you are a bit too close right now on this one microphone, but
We
Is
have
the
one
mixer
mic.
not working?
We both have.
Is that Steve O'Leary?
That is.
yeah.
And we have to live with it. Well, I'm gonna throw my hat on backwards for this little talk session here. Well, once again, I guess we have to speak up
Yes.
so the people in Radio Land can hear us.
Yes.
Well, once again, we're gonna give you another top 9 to listen to here at the Eternal Buzz.
I said twat. Fucking twat.
I'm gonna get a fucking twat 9. And my balls are in a vice right now.
But this is me. This is me from the past, and this is me now.
Oh, all right. I'm glad
Ready?
you cleared. I just got really fucked up. This is so that those tapes are from a long time ago.
This is me now.
And this is now.
This is me now.
Giant.
Put your
balls.
hands in the air.
All right. You guys, I can't do a radio show or a podcast, wherever this is, with you guys just busting my chops. I can't do it. This is too much, fellas. Come on, you guys.
No,
You're being
seriously, don't go anywhere.
you fucking nuts.
Funny top 9. Well, this top 9 happened a while back, I believe, in the semester, which everything else did, obviously, because they were old top 9s. But we're going to give you the 3 best that we thought were funny. Well, our humor is pretty dated, I guess. I don't know. We're stuck in the 80s or we early 90s. I don't know.
It could be alternative because it's so different.
Am I alternative? Am I different? Look at me. Am I corduroys on? You know what I mean?
I would think you are.
You know what I mean?
The corduroys are backwards right
They're
now.
on backwards. I do everything different because it's the 90s. Get out of my way. You know what I mean? All right.
I like that.
I'm a
though.
fucking
That's funny.
animal.
You're busting people's balls.
I'm a fucking animal, dude.
You sound like Mo Sizlak from The Simpsons. You really do. I was trying to place it. Nah, hey, Alma.
Dude, I was the next Howard Stern. I'm telling you. I'm fucking telling you.
The 3 all-star top 9s. The top 9 worst places you could end up on Friday night.
Ooh.
Number 1, an 1860s party, 4th floor Davis, where the Getty of
All right, let's stop. I've already
Getty.
listened to these, so I know exactly where this is going. So this is us discussing internal Westfield like dialogue. So
Keeping
most
it
people that are
local.
listening to this won't get it. Like, but I just totally messed that up though. But it's us talking about different Westfield type stuff. Worst places you could be on a Friday night. So it's really not relevant shit. So we can skip by that. Oh, I'm just kidding. I will play it. Go.
Battle of Gettysburg is recreated at midnight.
That sucks. That'd be the worst night ever.
That definitely would be because it'd be tough to get your horse up the stairs. All right, Steve, read the second one.
Fucking
before I
missed
get
that.
shot.
That was good.
A horse up
On
the
a Friday
stairs.
night, you could end up in bed
guess
with
it
President Applebaum, drooling puddles on his hairy chest, begging for a D in art.
Okay, now that's a rough night.
No, it's a long night too.
I like you guys out there. I'm not gonna lie to you. That's a rough night. That's a really tough night.
And you're only getting a D after all that.
Yeah, definitely. All right, I'll tell you. If you can't throw some paint on a goddamn canvas, you're a piece of snot, and you have to, just go at his body. Well, Colin's over there creating a horoscope right now. Actually, no, our intern is creating a horoscope. Colin's in the corner melting his rocks.
And no one,
hold on.
everyone just leaves you out there.
Did you hear that?
I'm so jealous.
I
wanna
believe that was a
talk.
crack reference. Was I referencing crack in fucking 1995?
I was probably actually furiously writing in the corner.
No, you
just
definitely
not
were.
paying attention.
You definitely were. I just want to hear you guys leave me hanging again, just about right here.
Colin's in the corner melting his rocks. Number 3, the All-Star.
Just
What,
dead
were
air.
you ever an All-Star?
Oh, yes, I was.
Classic. Remember that when you had the 2 stars on your hat in the Little League? You were so proud of that. Oh boy, those were the
Used to wear
days.
your
I'll tell
hat
you.
everywhere.
Yeah, those mesh hats. You look like a complete idiot.
With
Yet
the
you had so much pride in those
Big
stupid
marshmallow
hats.
mesh hat. And
Yeah, it was
It's
beautiful.
called the trucker hat.
Oh yeah.
Now it's a trucker hat.
But you know what you gotta love? You gotta love this. The kids nowadays that wear the mesh hats, they know they suck, but they still wear them. Because they're what? They're different. They're alternative. Because it's the 90s and everyone's different.
Different is all.
Yes. I'm gonna wear everything backwards. I'm gonna be a complete...
Yes.
Thank you.
Once again, nobody fucking
No.
watch it. Nobody gives a shit about den
The
dogs.
beauty of you, though, is
den
it
dogs.
doesn't fucking matter. You're
They
like,
still wear them. Because they're...
Because I'm a fucking
like,
plow.
I'm
I just
fucking-
fucking plow
I'm-
through it.
killing it. They're fucking speechless.
He's like, what are you gonna do? He's gonna come in and go.
You just,
Hold on, let's hear you guys. That's
what I do.
Colin,
I just-
you were fucking there 20 years ago. Tony, you were fucking sucking your own ass. I don't know what you were doing.
I was gaining weight.
They're different. They're alternative. Because it's the 90s and everyone's different.
Different is all.
Yes. I'm going to wear everything backwards. I'm going to be a complete...
Yes.
Thank you. Well, the third one on the top 9
was-
worst places you could be on a Friday night is taking drunk pictures of little kids in a pile of tin cans doing aqua aerobics. Thank Colin for that one. If you have any requests,
Hold on.
give us
Hit
a
the
call
break.
here at the station, 572-5427. If you don't, Stephen, tell them what they have to do.
They could.
Yeah, did you fucking hear that?
Nice.
That's hitting the
STP.
break, dude. ST to the motherfucking P.
I'm noticing that we actually hung ourselves out to dry a lot. Like,
It's horrifying.
you would say something that I
Hey.
wrote and then just actually attribute it to me.
Yeah, no. I mean, this was a show that was just groundbreaking at the time. I think it's one of those things. Cousin Pat's here. Come over and say hi. Cousin Pat Duran.
Hi.
Get on the mic.
Get on the mic.
Pat drinks Presidente beer. It's good stuff.
Switching it up today, a little cerveza.
Well, Cousin Pat was actually part of one of my best videos ever. Pat Man.
Classic.
That should be a fucking topic next week. We should just fucking play that and just have people listen to it.
Well, let's understand.
You were how old? 4.
He was 4 years old,
Dude,
and we made a
he was
video.
a lot smaller.
We made a fucking video with him like a Chucky doll.
And and the best part is everyone in the family was mad when you threw him out the window.
Well, that was the key
And
part.
he
of the,
lived.
You just talked about the fucking ending.
You just fucking ruined the ending for everyone.
When's everybody going to see it?
It's
a little visual.
Fucking Chet flicks.
I was riding a fucking 2-wheeler, remember? And we had like real audio. I was doing stunts at 3.
I know.
Fucking just wiping out.
Now he's our engineer.
Yeah.
He comes here.
Fucking fix your stupid fucking mixer.
He's troubleshooting, but it's not working too well. All right, let's move on here. So we got one more break. If your fucking ears are bleeding and listen to this bullshit, we got one more break from WSKB. And I think this one that I've listened to was pretty damn fucking funny. I'm going to go 20 years ago. This was fucking funny, so let's listen.
Right here we have the top 5 actual.
I still sound like shit. I haven't
This
got
would be
anything.
either Roman or Latin junk. Now here junk would be talked by what up, would it be, what's up, it's talk stank, I mean, to talk junk is to what's up, we're going to throw a funk bomb up.
So just so I can clarify, this is actually a good bit. This is what it would be to talk shit in the Roman era, okay? In the 90s, but a throwback to the Roman Colosseum. This is exactly that. And I'm going to give this fucking credit, Tony. Don't look at me and fucking say this isn't good. The other shit was horrifying. I sound like fucking little Mary fucking Lou.
I'm leaving you out to dry on this one.
Fucking assholes.
Getting
Good.
ready to not say
Good. Do silence. Fucking jerks. Here we go.
That's junk. But I believe in the Caesar day, when they used to have Caesar haircuts and it was in style.
Caesar salad.
Well, actually, would it be in style now, Caesar?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, it looks good. You combed it straight enough today. Did you get it clipped earlier this morning?
Had it straightened.
All right. Actually, Colin, why don't you read the first Latin junk?
Oh, forgives me, thou dirtbag. Ask mine bomb shall fly.
Now, this is how they used to talk junk back in the Roman era. When Caesar would talk junk, this is what he would say. To talk the funk or to talk stank is the question. That's the things they said, I mean, that.
Do you remember any of this?
Zero recollection.
Oh, God. This is my fucking heart and soul. You're
Zero.
killing me.
Zero. Honest to God, I literally feel like I'm listening to a complete stranger.
Do you remember when we were in college and I duct taped 5 fucking hot dogs together and you face planted on it? Do you remember that? And I pulled your head up and then I pushed it back down.
That I remember.
Okay.
Only because there were charges filed afterwards.
Fucking dick.
When they'd sit around, they would say stuff like that.
When the bombs come flying, you will receive thy fat upper lip.
Yes. That's the
This is David
junk.
Letterman shit.
Okay. Walk through the garden of junk and receive a rash of stank on thy flesh.
You got something to say, Kirk?
I like it. No,
it's good so far, right? Not bad. 20 years ago, man.
Now that's how they dealt with it. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
That's if someone talked to you, you say, "Don't talk to the junk, my friend." They early days.
At 2 scumbucket,
my friend.
then fall junkie junk.
Oh boy. Well, that's Roman junk for the day. But right now, actually, we're getting a request out to the redheaded freak who gets PC'd constantly.
So I think there we're talking about our friend Doug Keneally. So listen, guys. What I wanted to tell you is this. For me, I am so excited to do a podcast from my basement. I mean, honestly, to have my friends like Tony and my cousin Patrick, my friend Colin and Angela and my wife Katie here. I just want to tell you guys something. I want to go back to the old voice. So I want to do this show now in my old voice. Because I love it so much. I feel as though that voice is fucking spectacular. Even though I've done WAAF, I worked for 93.7 and this and that. I feel like the old voice is the way to go. So we're going to go ahead and continue the show right now in my old voice.
Yeah! Time for another Welcome Back Voorhees episode. Look at you, Tony. I just want to squeeze your cheeks. What are we at? Episode 35 right now? Damn, biatch. All right, let's get alternative. Let's get into some jokes right off the bat here. Why do midgets always laugh when playing soccer? The grass tickles their balls. Get out of here. Tony, what are you looking at? I'm going to do parkour on your face. What's the definition of a pissed off midget? A midget with a yo-yo. Get out of here. I'll be here all week long. What did one small person say to the other on a swing? I'll push you in a midget. What do you call a midget with 3 legs? Horny. You know what I'm saying, Tony? Get out of here. What are you looking at me for? Come over here. Give me a big kiss. You too, Colin. Get out of here. Welcome back, Voorhees, bitches.
I'm a huge fan of metal. We talk about it all the time, or rock and roll, fucking whatever. There's a documentary that came out. It was filmed in 1986, I think it was. Who's been to a concert? You've been to many concerts. I've been to a fucking. I think I collect concert tickets, and I believe it was about 85 shows I've been to.
Really?
Yeah. Well, those are the ones that I collected. I've lost a lot, but I still have a stack. My uncle always said, save your tickets, and maybe we'll put it into a collage or something like that. But about 80 something shows, and who doesn't know that the parking lot is the biggest that's almost the best part of the show leading up to the show itself.
Oh, absolutely. Especially back in the 80s where, it was a little more lawless. Now they go around in golf carts and take your beers away, and they're just dicks. But this was like the Wild West.
Oh, yeah. Well, what I'm bringing up is Heavy Metal Parking Lot. So if you've never heard of Heavy Metal Parking Lot, this is a documentary that was filmed in 1986 at a Judas Priest and Dokken concert. I fucking love Dokken. If anything, I'd rather see Dokken than Judas Priest.
The first concert I ever went to.
In my dreams, it's still the same.
Dokken was the first person I ever saw in concert. I went to
I'm sorry.
Aerosmith.
What did you just say? Say that again.
Dokken
Yes.
was the first person that I ever saw in concert.
All right, let's get technical here. So Dokken's the band.
Yeah.
Dokken is the first person.
Well, what's the lead singer's name?
Don Dokken.
Exactly.
So you saw him
I'm
or not the
calling
band?
Don
Did you see
by
Don
his last
Dokken
name.
solo? Mirror, 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 mirror.
I don't know.
On the wall. Nobody listening right now knows Mirror, Mirror from Don Dokken solo. That's when he went solo.
I don't know. Was he so? Well, in 1987.
Unless Dotsy's listening to this. Dotsy would know that.
In 1987, my brother-in-law Steve took me to see Aerosmith
All
at
right.
the Worcester Centrum.
Ooh.
And Dokken opened up.
Oh, really? Dokken opened up.
So Dokken came on first. Therefore, the first band I saw live was Dokken.
Mine was Van Halen.
It's a good one.
1993. When I got pissed on. I had piss all over my legs. All over me.
95.
93.
Was when I went to.
Oh.
Was when I pissed on people at Van Halen.
Oh, so there was a separate show. I'm assuming we went together.
We did. We were in. I'll never forget this. Real quick before. We
that's when Louis passed out. Louis passed out during Jump.
Yeah,
because he was so high.
Louis was there. So we.
It's a friend of ours.
We were drinking at your house before, and Bill walks in and goes, "I just signed up for the Marines," and we were "What the fuck?" Like we never even talked about this, but all right. Then we all went to the concert. I got fucking one of the drunkest I've ever been, and I just remember I had to pee so bad, and I pulled it out and peed in the right in the seats on the cement. We were at Great Woods, so it was outside. So I guess that's a little makes it a little more acceptable. And it was just splattering everywhere. And then I remember Chuck turning to me, going, "Are you peeing right now?" Yeah. Oh, that was the worst hangover I've ever had. But anyway, yeah, that was so. Someone else must have peed on you in 1993.
Yeah, I definitely got pissed on by somebody. But that's part of the being in a concert, you know.
It's funny that this was done a year before I saw Dokken in concert.
So this is 1986. So it's a documentary. Literally, picture the massive home recorders that they used. These dudes had a great idea. Let's go into the parking lot and just hear what these guys, these fucking feathered hairdo dudes, have to say. So let's go ahead and start the audio. There you go. So you can see the chicks. So we're watching the audio. So the audience can't see what we're seeing, but we'll describe it. Believe me.
Oh, that's so funny. The shit people were wearing.
It was horrible. So this is a... But look at the cars. Look at the fucking cars, dude.
It looks ancient. I mean, it is.
Here we go.
I'm David Helby. I'm 20 years old. I'm ready to rock.
All right, hold on. Hold on. Stop.
I'm ready to rock.
All right. So I told Tony a couple days ago, I want to do heavy metal parking lot. So anybody that's listening to this right now has to go to YouTube and search heavy metal parking lot. Now, this first fucking one, first off, that guy looked like about 36, and he said he was 17 and he's going in the Marines, I think. And Dawn looks like the girl from
Did he say
Christmas.
that? He didn't even. He just said, "I'm Dave." You know what? Maybe I can find him on Facebook.
Oh yeah, you're right. Did he say his full name?
Yeah, he says his. Then he proclaims that he's ready to rock.
Hold on.
Then he makes out with his girlfriend.
He's got a bandana around his neck. He's got a feathered hairdo. And his girlfriend, anybody that watches this, you have to fucking go to YouTube and see Heavy Metal Parking Lot. She looks like the girl from European Vacation. She does. But she says she's fucking 13. So that's incest, right? Not incest.
Jesus
They're not
Christ.
brother and sister. No, that's statutory.
That's statutory rape.
All right, let's go back. Hold on.
All right.
Hold on.
I'm David Helby. I'm 20 years old. I'm ready to rock.
Dawn, I'm 13.
13?
Right? They're making out right now.
She looks like she's 40.
I know.
Judas Priest is the best. Always has been, always will be.
I see.
They're going to show how young people fuck up today.
I'll be in the Air Force in about 2.5 weeks.
This is the best. This is the best. Here we go.
What's your name?
Graham, man, like Graham a Dope and shit.
Yeah. Where you from?
Well, I'm from fucking the West Coast, man.
You came all the way here to see the band? Or you're just passing
here now. But, you know, that's a different thing.
He's like, where are you?
How do you explain what that guy looks like? He looks like, hold on. He looks like the lead singer of Journey.
He looks like Steve Perry.
He looks like Steve Perry. I think this guy's become famous because Graham Dope.
Like Graham a Dope. Does you think he spell that? Do you think he spells it G-R-A-M?
He's an anomaly to an East Coast people. All right, let me explain something. When it's the 80s and you're an East Coast person, so I think this is Baltimore. I think they were talking about.
I haven't picked up a real accent, but
that's where it's. I think that's where it's based. But he's from the West Coast, so the East Coasters are like, "Wow, this guy's like from another fucking planet."
Oh, he was
talking
coolest.
like this.
Yeah,
he's
yeah.
like Bill and Ted. Wait, was Bill and Ted already out? I think it might have been out.
No,
he's Graham. Let's back it up. We
Graham
gotta hear
Dope.
Graham and Dope. Here we go. Hold on.
Where are you from?
Well, I'm from fucking the West Coast, man.
You came all the way here to see the band? Or you're just passing
here now. But, you know, that's a different thing.
He's like, where are you right now?
Besides Earth.
There's someone that looks like someone's Nana. She's probably 20.
All right. What kind of drugs you doing?
Yeah, drug, fucking everything.
Beer.
Cocaine, man.
All right, so you guys like Priest, right?
I believe he said he was on acid earlier.
How's anybody feel about
Dawkins.
That would not be what it is today.
Are they really about the best?
Yeah.
I mean, they're better. What other shows have you seen here?
But Metallica.
We're going to Ocean City. After this, we are headed to Ocean City to party more.
They should legalize drugs. That is a fact.
That's what they should go for, right?
Yeah.
Well, you know what, Graham?
I'll tell you.
You know what, Graham? You know what, Graham? In the future, they do.
Well, weed. I think he's saying drugs in general. This
Graham
guy,
a dope.
This guy saying this is just.
Do you think
he's making an argument, but his stupidity is shooting down his argument instantly?
We need to look up Graham.
They should legalize drugs. Yeah,
but he has a point. Graham a dope has a point.
It's illegal in this parking lot anyway, man.
That shit, exactly, man.
There's enough burnouts out there to go.
Burnouts. These are dirt bags. These are dirt bags.
These are rat bags.
Joints across America.
Yeah, exactly, man. They should make a joint so big it fits across America. Everybody smoke it. I'm gonna get in line for that.
Were you afraid of those guys in high school?
We have pretended to be that guy, like jokingly, for fucking 30 years.
Yeah. Well, we had dirt bags and rat bags in high school.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Don't ever get it in a car.
your boyfriend
He's probably
doing
the
to
most
you?
annoying person on the planet.
Oh my god.
He's brutal.
How about your bandana? What's that? Is that a fashion
It's
statement?
just
She kind of looks like Courtney Love. Kind
Doesn't
of.
mean anything, does it?
Look at the old school Michelob bottle.
Oh, here it is.
It's fucking D'Annunzio from Caddyshack.
I'm gone.
He looks like a fucking weasel. He looks like a feathered hairdo weasel, like a human weasel, as if a Ninja Turtle fucks some beautiful fucking Italian woman. A Ninja Turtle fucks an Italian woman, and this guy is created.
It's true.
Hey, let me tell you something. Where you from? Greece is the best, man. Greece is the best. I'm telling you. Hey, let me tell you. Robert Halford is the best motherfucking single. All right. Hey, can't get down there, man.
He has a feathered helmet.
Greece is
He does.
bad,
He's a
man.
feathered helmet.
Greece is #1 in heavy metal, man.
Oh my god, I'm blown away by this.
Iron Maiden, man. Iron Maiden is Greece. Where are you from?
So could you imagine?
Really?
Hold on. If a fucking time machine shows up right now, like Bill and Ted, right? And they go, "We want you to go back to the heavy metal parking lot, right? Like right now, with our." Like with iPads, with iPhones.
Oh my god!
Right? In a fucking machine gun. We kill them all live, and then we watch us killing them on the documentary. Do you think we'd be famous, right?
Sure. We'd be in jail.
This chick is so wasted.
Wait a sec.
Right.
Back to the funny thing. The funny thing here is that, like, back then, was it just cool to say you liked a band? You know what I mean? Like, they're all just like, I like Iron Maiden, and everyone's like, yeah. Like,
but Tony,
what's so fucking? It's so. You know, my point is, it's so
no
simple.
social media. No social media.
It's so simple.
Yep.
It's so the mentality is. It actually makes me jealous. Like, it's so simple.
I remember when it was you would go home, and I've talked about this many times before, but you know, you would hope that your girlfriend left a voicemail, you know, on your phone. You could play it back, and that was it. She had no idea what you did that night. No clue. Your parents had no idea. Now there's Periscope. Now there's fucking Twitter. Now there's Facebook. Now there's Instagram. There's, you know, and believe me, I'm a sucker for it. But
Instagram, like
Grandma Dope,
Grandma
dude.
Dope.
This chick is
Maybe
great.
he started Instagram. Can you imagine if he's the CEO of Instagram?
Grandma Dope is fucking Instagram. That would be great, dude. This girl. So I've watched this a fucking 1,000 times. So this girl has absolutely nothing to say. Just
I
listen.
haven't heard anyone ask.
No. When I say like we have a personality. Just listen what.
Right.
So the guy that's filming this with I'm assuming the fucking it looks like a goddamn you know King Kong size a video recorder over his shoulder is pointing it at her.
And this rocket launcher.
Yeah.
Yeah, you like heavy metal?
Hell yeah.
What do you usually do when you go to a heavy metal concert?
Party. Yeah.
You go to school?
Hell yeah.
She's all for education.
Like, heavy metal in Glen Burnie?
Yeah.
She's got nothing.
That's it.
That's what I do on this show. Yeah.
I jump his bones.
Oh, we missed the best part, dude. Hold on.
Man.
Oh,
Grandma
fuck. We're
Dope.
going to bed. No, it's not Grandma Dope.
Greece is bad, man.
Oh,
Greece is number
fuck.
one.
I'm not a real producer, dude. I'm sorry.
Yeah, you like heavy metal?
So, the lead singer of Judas Priest is Rob Halford. Rob Halford is confirmed gay. And he was gay probably in the early 90s, I want to say.
He was. When did
he was always
out?
gay.
He came out.
In,
it wasn't early 90s. It was later, I think.
Was it? Yeah. 2000s?
Yeah, but the hilarious part is, like, if you were stereotyping and saying, like, dress up like a gay guy, you would wear
YMCA
like
type
a
shit.
leather hat,
Yeah.
and chaps,
Chains
and that's
and-
how
yeah.
he always dressed. And the funny part about this is no
Is-
one's
is-
onto
so-
it. They're all like,
so
he's
they-
the man.
Yeah.
Do you think that guy who said Rob Halford's the man was supportive about him coming out?
No. When he came out, he went, fuck, he probably burned all his records and stuff like that. But this is the girl talking about, so the guy, what, just listen.
Hell yeah.
What do you usually do when you go to a heavy metal concert?
Party.
Yeah?
Yeah.
You go to school?
Hell yeah.
Yeah? Do they like heavy metal in Glen Burnie?
Yeah. That's it.
What would you say? What would you say if you saw Rob Halford right now?
I jump his bones.
Jump his bones.
Nope. And I bet you he'd go, yeah, I'm good.
He's great, man. He sings great.
Yeah,
Group's
he's great. This chick is fucking horrible.
Great.
This guy's doing. This interview is doing some heavy lifting here.
Half and half.
Half and half.
Yeah, it's Baltimore.
Half
Hell
and
yeah.
half.
Hey, is Ozzy really raunchy in confidence? He's great.
Ozzy was a little bit chubby, man, but other than that, he's bad.
Oh my
Look at the thin
God.
mustache. So this is before gel existed. So
I
if
know.
you look at
I know.
look at their hair is so dry.
Why would you need it? Yeah, it's very
the
dry.
fire
a lot of
department.
split ends.
The fire department would come in and close down their haircuts because it would fucking light up in a second.
So you don't think these guys were using conditioner?
I'm gonna go with no. There's so much dry hair and hats. There's hats. If you could picture me right now, if we had Periscope, you could actually see me right now. Picture your lid. I remember Chris Trayer was very known for having his. That's a deep cut
hat on the back of his
Yeah,
head.
but styled. Remember when you would have
do
your hat?
hair and then
yeah,
put
you
your
do
hat
your hair
on.
and put your hat on. Who the fuck does that?
Well,
Think about the kids nowadays. They'd look at that and go, "Did you seriously gel your fucking the front of
Stick it
your
up
hair
and
and
then
then
put a
put
hat
your
over
hat
it."
on?"
Weird. It is weird, and this is hilarious. You know what the thing about this is though? To have a video camera and back then, like I can see these kids being like, "That guy said we're going to be on TV."
Well, he says
we might even be on
TV. I skipped by the very beginning.
Like that's huge. These guys think that like this is the most exciting thing that could have happened. So,
and now everybody's got a cell phone, so so that's gone away. There's no. At the very beginning, I skipped over it because he was just kind of yapping. He talks about this is going to be on MTV. He says, which is complete bullshit. I mean, he's completely just a guy.
Well, you could just we're trying to sell this to MTV.
Yeah.
Talk about the generation.
Oh, here we go. This one's good.
How old are you?
Hold on. So this one here.
All right.
Yeah, you knew right away, right?
Yeah, dude,
he looks just like Wooderson. So Dazed and Confused, fucking great movie. So when you watch Heavy Metal Parking Lot, this guy. So look, this is the guy with the shirt, the Kill 'Em All on. All right, ready? Here you go.
21, 19.
He's 19. That guy's 19. That guy's.
I'm 39.
He looks like Wooderson.
That guy is more man than I'll ever be.
Absolutely.
At 19. I'm 20 years older than that guy is right there.
But where's that put that guy? So if he's 19 and 86, puts him in the 60s?
Oh my God.
50s?
Wait, well, this may take a little bit.
Do we have to do fucking math on the air?
No,
we're not on the air though. It's actually a podcast.
It's okay. You don't have to correct that.
So if Wooderson, this guy is 19 and 86. There's so many people doing the math right now.
I'm doing it on my. this is sad. 19. He was born in. Wait,
he's Jesus Christ age.
He was born in
2,000 years old.
Wait.
All right, I don't
No,
know.
it was 1986.
So
he was born in 19. He was born in 1967.
All right.
So if he's born in 1967,
he'll be 50. He'll be 50 soon. That's all. He'll be 50 soon. So he's in his 40s.
Okay.
Right,
you guys think you're young or a little old to be here?
Look at these other two brothers, man. We've been coming up Priest every
younger
year.
crowd now. It used to be an older crowd. This is the sixth time I've seen the Priest.
Oh, yeah?
It's probably the first time, most of it,
Yeah.
There you go.
The shirt.
Check out that shit, man.
Look at her tits, man.
Look at her missing tooth.
It's kind of hot though. I don't know.
Yeah. What's this shirt?
Don't get mad, nuke 'em all.
Oh.
There you go.
But T-shirts were cool back then.
Wow, especially ones that didn't cover your fucking belly. This guy's wearing.
He's got a half shirt, dude.
I know.
That's him. Look at him. He's Pat Scott with long hair.
Some of you have to.
You just keep saying your mother.
How come? They don't like Priest. Why not? I don't know. Why do you think they don't like They're stupid, man. They're pussies. Pussies.
Oh, this is classic shit.
Look at he's got the worst hat I've ever seen.
Oh yeah.
He's got the classic. What was that? Motley Crue. Home Sweet Home hat.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, dude.
It's a fedora with something.
It's a shit dora
with like a T-shirt tied around it.
So this is a priest. Yeah.
Oh man. That guy right there with the blue shirt looks like he's 65 years old. Yeah, this guy's 12. What you know? People did not take care of themselves back then. That guy's wearing a shirt that just says "fuck off."
Oh yeah.
Fucking Mars,
Oh, this is the guy. I love this guy. Hold on. Here we go. Here we go. So, hold on.
What is this?
Oh my God.
So this guy right here, this kid coming up soon, has a complete zebra outfit on. So if you can picture zebra spandex, he's very anti-punk. I believe he's really anti-punk. But he takes the mic and it fucking hits him in the teeth.
Oh, that's awesome.
Oh, it's so...
Can you hear it?
It's beautiful. And he absolutely... So he's like the star. Just watch.
You guys are over here? Yeah. Have you seen anybody look like a rock star or anything? We're looking. Uh-huh. How come? Why was she all messed up?
She had her hair all loosed up.
The fuck is it?
Oh,
look, here it is. Here it is. Here it is. Here's the kid.
It sucks shit. Heavy metal rules. All that punk shit sucks. It doesn't belong in this world. It belongs on fucking Mars, man. What the hell is punk shit? And Madonna can go to hell as far as I'm concerned. She's a dick.
That's not nice.
Seriously, heavy
Madonna had a great career.
Heavy metal.
He just hit his tooth.
Did he hit?
Yeah, he hit his
Judas
tooth.
Priest stocking. Ozzy, Scorpions, they all rule. Yeah, she's tripping Jack Daniels. It all rules. All that shit rules.
That girl's not even 16.
Circle of shit and the dicks and all that can go to hell. I don't care. You know, I don't really give a shit about
he
that
is. He's
kind
got
of
the
punk
matching
fuck.
pants.
What would you say
if
you met Rob?
There's so much here.
Yeah, there really is.
I want to do a fucking documentary on this documentary.
Actually, it actually gets pretty sad because they talk about some friend dying in a car crash. I don't want to go into that. Yeah, not even.
But what would people do?
But that's what. So you can't say what were they thinking at the time because that was the time. So right now, I saw the kids doing their prom tonight. So tonight was prom in the town I live in, and it's funny. I was like, they don't have teased up hair. They don't have what we had, back in the day.
No.
But what's the style? So is the style that the kids have now 10 years from, going to be weird? You know what I mean?
Oh, and it always
every time
does.
you look back,
it always
it's
does.
always weird, dude.
And then you look back and you look back. You say you look back 5 years, like, well, I don't see it. And then 5 years from now, you look back and it's 10 years. You're like, whoa, now I see it.
Fucking bizarre.
But my point here is, you mentioned everyone looks like they're like 15 years older
Isn't
than
it
they
weird,
actually are.
man?
And I don't think it's just because of what they're wearing or how their hair is. Did people everyone bitches about what's in our food nowadays, but people take way better care of themselves now than they did then. And this was the 80s. We grew up in the 80s.
Yo, you be hammering down the best of the WBV podcast. Keep on munching.
I do.
I know you do.
So I get a great...
it's all those listeners in California are very concerned about the status of the Wilmington
You got to win
Wildcats.
locally, though.
So this is... let's listen to some audio from my Uncle George.
Okay.
It's my Uncle George. George Brett. He used to play for the Royals.
Right side. Back to the right, gentlemen. Both hands. Right side.
What are they saying? So let me set the scene here. So this is the Kansas City Royals in probably the 80s or early 90s. George Brett is working out, and he's talking to his, his fellow baseball players. Yeah.
That's so good.
So he's telling his friends a story.
This is the best conversation
He has
ever.
no idea that the mic is on him. No clue.
So he doesn't know there's a hot mic.
No clue.
You could
George Brett. He was a fucking great
George
baseball
Brett, yeah, the home run that got called back.
Little
because of the
hot-headed.
fucking pine
Yeah,
tar.
but that's the best part. So here we go.
To the left side.
I shit my pants last night. I did. Went out and had a great meal, just a great fuck.
Hold on.
It's so great. He's at a practice, right? He's just
a guy.
He's doing
a fucking guy doing.
I want to
guy
hang out with a
things.
guy who just turns you and goes, "I shit my pants last night." I shit my pants last night. Oh, that's so great. He doesn't give a fuck.
I love how he's in fucking Vegas last night. Just fucking in Vegas last night.
What a fucking lifestyle. Yeah. And for someone to be that, like, just
confident. Just very nonchalant.
You know, like, I can tell this guy that I shit my pants.
You're going to listen in a second here. So let's scroll back. Let's listen to... Hey, when was the last time you shit your pants? He basically says. So here we go.
The left side. I shit my pants last night. I did. Went out and had a great meal, just a great fucking meal. I had to go to the bathroom so bad in the car. I'm going, Trow, hurry up, man. I got to shit. I had fucking shit in my pants. I went
What'd you do?
Nothing. I'm good twice a year for that.
Oh.
When was the last time you shit your pants? Yeah. Been a while?
This guy's doing our podcast.
I was in Vegas a couple of years ago. Just an honest-to-God true story. Staying at the Bellagio. I went over to the Mirage for dinner, met some friends of mine over there. Went to Kokomo's, a great little steakhouse. The guy brings out some fresh crab legs. Said, these just came in, I got to give them to you guys. I'm eating them. Then we go play gamble a little bit. I had a tea time early in the morning. So I said, look, I got to get going. I'm walking back to the hotel. I get 3/4 of the way out of the lobby, and all of a sudden I go, oh, fuck. And I'm standing here like this. I got my butt pinched so fucking... I'm fucked. I can't move. All of a sudden, you know, felt all right. I went just like this. Water.
He's illustrating down his leg.
So, yeah, he's talking.
So
I love it.
Denny, was this at the last work conference you were at? Is this a story from you from the last work conference you were at?
Have you ever shit your pants? Go ahead, say it.
Every guest, it's like that disclaimer.
All
guests on the WBV podcast are asked if they've shit their pants.
I've come so close. Like, literally,
I really haven't.
The best is when you go... And it's just the shit gets right near the fucking crack.
Yeah.
And then, you know, a little bit squirts out, but
outside the asshole but not on the underpants?
Yeah.
Oh yeah, that's happening.
Yeah.
But
I'm good for that at least twice a year.
What about something falling out?
But
like
this,
enough to fall out of the... No, this is...
I feel bad for the guy.
Here's the thing about food poisoning. I don't know if you guys know this, but food poisoning cannot occur within 6 hours.
What did he say? It was the next
day.
Say,
is this still bullshit roulette?
It is not.
We've moved on subjects.
And even when I was bullshitting, I was telling the truth. He said that night, I thought.
No, he's saying last night I went to Vegas. So he's talking the next day.
Yeah. But he was saying that right after dinner he shit himself.
Pretty much.
I don't think it was food poisoning. I think it was just he ate so much that it literally pushed the shit out of his asshole.
No, he's talking about water. Watch. Yeah. He talks about water.
Listen.
That's food poisoning from the crabs. Take off my leather jacket.
The leather jacket
around my waist, and I'm just standing there, and it's just running down my leg. I got jeans on.
He has no idea the mic's on.
No socks.
No idea.
And I just start fucking walking. Every time I'm walking, something's coming out. It's water. Straight fucking water. Then, to tell you how sick I was. And then I'm standing outside.
I love that he's whispering.
On my cell phone, and I call the guy. I said, Larry, you won't believe this. I'm standing outside the fucking Bellagio. I can't move. I got shit everywhere. I shit all over myself. And Larry's about a 48 waist. So
he's about 48.
And some towels. And so he comes over and he meets me where I tell him where I'm standing. He finds the closest bathroom. When you go up the escalator, you go into the I can't get in the elevator. It's 12 o'clock at night. You know? So he goes in, he finds the closest bathroom in the lobby of the hotel, and then I get in the escalator, and he kind of pretends like he dropped something so no one gets behind me, tells me where it is. I go in there, he goes and gets the towel all wet for me, throws it over the fucking
poor
stall.
Larry.
I take off all my fucking clothes, just wipe off, leave my shoes, left my shoes, my pants, everything right there, the towels right there in the stall, and I'm walking.
Do you notice that he's following this guy?
He's
literally
like, I've had enough.
The guy, he's following the guy, telling him the story. The guy has said nothing. I feel like the mic is right on both of them, but the guy's like, George, really? Like a fucking
doesn't
nut.
He's like, I'm trying to stretch.
You're talking about shitting your pants,
He
George.
just won't stop talking.
I would have loved it. I would have been like, George, this is the fucking best. I need to mic you up, George, and we need to do this on a
But
fucking
you got to realize
podcast.
is this is post playing career. He's definitely a coach here. Like this is him talking to a player on the team as him as the coach. Like, there were no cell phones around when he was playing.
Yeah. Oh yeah, you're right because he's definitely a coach. At
Well, it
this
was
point.
it was posted in 2013, so I'm assuming that could have been in 80s, early 90s.
This is probably mid 90s.
Yeah, mid 90s. So he's basically tailing this guy.
The best is go ahead.
Hit the metal. Is it?
And barefoot with my shirt and his pants that are 48 waist through the lobby like this at midnight. Got up in the morning, took the most perfect double tapered shit I've ever had in my life.
Who talks about that? I love that line.
Double tapered.
Double tapered shit. Like what?
Who's the pitchers in this game?
That's a fucking
what a transition.
It's just
So I need a little help here. What is a double tapered shit?
I don't know.
It's probably solid and tight. In other words, he was talking about shitting his brains out with complete white.
Is that like a it comes out small, gets big, and then goes small again?
I think you're
right. Is that a double taper?
I would assume that it's got length and log to it.
This man is a genius when it comes to describe. He's like Shakespeare describing feces.
Is it also a nice S shape? Because it's supposed to be a nice S shape.
I think one of the funniest things I ever saw was walking. What's worse than walking into a stall at a place that you work at, and someone drops a fucking sandbar? A sandbar is somebody who blasts a fucking smash. And then it sits high up on the toilet.
And it's exposed.
And it doesn't get washed down. So it just it gets stuck on the head of the toilet.
In
so
the stench. There's nothing to block the stench. There's no water.
There's nothing worse than walking into the bathroom of like walking into a public bathroom at a beach, at a fucking work.
At a beach. You walk on a lot of fucking bathrooms at the beach.
A Hampton Beach fucking bathroom. Horrifying.
Yeah, the fucking homeless people just laying smashes like fucking.
It's supposed to be.
Horrifying.
I've got a...
But there's nothing worse than having a wall of feces literally hit you so hard, and you feel like the particles, there are particles.
That's what gets in your nose.
Fucking...
That's
going into your nose and going.
You guys are missing the imagery of him jamming his fingers up his nose.
Unfortunately, if they're on Periscope, they'd see this. But and we got to figure out how to line in Periscope.
I told you how to do it.
Well, I know, but this week's been crazy. So
listen, I've got
crazy in the life of Denny with the two
wild kids.
Hey,
go ahead. Sorry,
I've got a George Brett shit story.
Okay,
this is 100% true.
I'm
gonna tell like George Brett.
All right.
So I took my kid to his kindergarten evaluation a couple months ago, where they bring the kid in, they talk to him, make sure he's not developmentally delayed. Exactly. I used the right term. This guy used the right term. Retarded. So
the R word.
So I said, well, where do I have to go? And I asked my wife. She knows. Oh, that's a old school. They don't use it anymore. They just use it for this. So I'm like, oh, all right. So I take him. Teacher takes him in. He's in there for 45 minutes. Halfway in, I go, oh, my God, I got to take the biggest dump.
At the school?
Yeah.
Oh, boy.
Well, I mean, I had caffeine that morning. It's my normal schedule.
Like 99% of Americans.
It's my
It's
normal.
11 o'clock in the morning.
I've eaten breakfast. I've had caffeine. It's time to shit.
What do you eat for breakfast?
Piece of wheat toast with peanut butter.
Do you really?
I do.
So you fancy pants.
I go, that's fancy.
Fucking what's his face? Jason Segel's stunt double. You don't think so, right? He looks like Jason Segel, right?
A little bit.
I
get what you're picking up.
So I go in the bathroom, and now I'm in an elementary school bathroom.
Tiny, low.
They're not that. It didn't strike me as that small. But
did they have the urinals on the wall that were like an inch off the floor?
They did, and the whole school is a fucking dump. And I'm like, no wonder this place is closed. So I sit down. I drop the most perfect double tapered shit. I take a bomb, right?
A fucking gorilla smash. Do you think gorillas shit as much as you do?
No.
No, they don't.
So not on this day.
Yeah.
So I go, my God, does that fucking stink? And it stinks, right? So we were just talking. The audience is with me. So we were just talking about how bad it smells when there's no water to cover it up.
Right.
So I hadn't realized that I was taking a shit in a toilet that doesn't work.
No, stop.
There's no
Stop.
There's no water in the toilet.
Surprise, motherfucker.
Exactly.
Look at you with an actual appropriate sound effect that one.
Thank you.
That's unbelievable. So now there's now here we go. Now we ruin it.
This is Denny after a couple beers who was just ruining the podcast.
Then,
I would never.
Now there's an 11-inch shit with no water to cover it.
Get the fuck out. You serious? You're not busting balls.
I swear to God, on my kid.
Double tapered.
So you're saying that there's a massive, pretty much...
Well, I don't know if it's still there. This was 2 months ago. The
two hot dogs taped together with nowhere to go.
Nowhere to go. No plumbing in that toilet. No water.
Was there a sign?
No.
Was there at least TP?
It was dark. Yeah, there was, actually. It was just kind of funny. It was dark because it's just an old school.
Just a thought. Like dog owners do. You should have fucking
carried a bag.
You should have scooped it out.
At that point, you get that thing like, thank God this isn't my problem. There's this fucking giant shit, and it's going to stink. And here's the thing. When the fuck's the next time is a janitor going to go into a closed school to
He's
clean
gonna
the
walk.
toilet?
They're going to go, Mr. Carcady just dropped a hammer bomb.
Just did.
And that guy goes, you know, it'd be the best if he goes, yes. He can't fucking wait to scoop it out. He's got a new, a new set of rubber gloves.
Oh God!
Oh,
well,
yeah.
what do you do? I mean,
you know,
you're
even
gonna
better.
Have to have like a bucket of water. With
What'd be great is if I went in. This would be even better.
There's no water.
Could you wash your hands? Was there water at the sink?
You know, I don't know if I wash my hands.
Dude, I didn't even tell you. I've been saving a ton of money. I've been saving a ton of money for the WBV podcast. I've been following you around. You have no idea. There's been a reality show about Tony. I set cameras up in that room that you took a shit.
Perfect.
The desert island shit that wouldn't flush. And you know what happened, dude? I have the footage.
You do?
Yeah. So the footage actually is you taping taking the double tapered shit. It's stuck there. The janitor coming in, him going into the toilet and just grabbing it and putting face paint. And he said, "I'm Rambo." He put it all over his face. Your feces.
I don't think you have that video.
No, there is.
Oh, there is.
He said, "I'm Rambo.
I'm Rambo.
I'm John J. Rainbow.
I'm the
Rainbow
Rambo.
or Rainbow?
I'm John J. Rainbow.
Rainbow for the new Supreme Court.
I'm the Rambo of shit.
I believe we discussed one of the podcasts. If his name was John J. Rainbow, it wouldn't be.
It wouldn't be as
intimidating, right? If John Rainbow was after you, would you be like, "It's fucking John Rainbow"? I wouldn't fucking.
And then the guy who was his commanding officer would be like, "This guy's an animal." They're like, "Yeah, okay, buddy." Who? John Rambo?
He's got a 26-inch penis.
And unicorns.
Yeah. He shaves the head of his penis and kills you with it.
I love how they're like, let him go. And
So at this point,
John Rainbow.
Hold on. Let's go back to shaving the head of the penis because this still just boggles my mind. So I can accept this in caveman time.
Sure. Well, that's only when it is.
But
it's
no.
But
But John J. Rambo has evolved at this point. He still has to shave the head of his cock.
No. Well, John he's a survivalist. So John knows that even if he has 6 inches, if that's his last weapon, think about it. He shot all his guns.
That's fine.
His knife is fucking dull.
Shaving your penis doesn't make it sharper.
No, you put the head of your prick into a pencil sharpener. You.
Oh my.
Nobody saw that coming.
Nope.
And that's it. That's your last line of defense. You could
it's your
stab
sharpened
somebody.
penis.
Yeah. That's it, man. That's all you got. You got your fists
Fair
and
enough.
a sharpened penis.
Okay.
Fair enough. I love when people say fair enough.
Fair enough. Like, just shut up.
They're like, just shut the fuck up. That's touche. That's touche. All right, let's give Ozone a call.
All right. We'll pick this up later because I have my summer song by the same title. Different band, though.
What's your summer song?
I'll tell you after we talk to John.
Hopefully this is... So John works... Hopefully this works.
Let's see if it works. We're kidding. I'm kidding. That's my soundboard.
You're a jerk.
Fucking awesome.
What's up, Danny?
John Osterland, how are you, my friend?
Good. What's happening?
Not too much, man. Can you talk right now? We're on the podcast.
Yeah. I can talk right now. Are you doing your podcast?
We're doing our podcast, man. So this is the guy I've already talked about you. John Ozone Osterland was my mentor. He's the one who literally got me my job at WAF. We did my internship. How are things going, man?
Wait, before you say I'm your mentor, I haven't heard much of your podcast. So if you suck, who's ever listening, don't take that seriously.
You know what? You better fucking share this podcast, Ozone. You've got way more friends than we've got.
I know you don't. So back in the 90s, when I was on AF, you were one of the great interns, and then you went on to become one of the great jocks over there on AF. And I'm glad that you asked me to be on your podcast. I'm also glad because usually when you want to have guests on your podcast, the guests usually have a job. So I'm unemployed. I'm just hanging out. It's good to be wanted, at least somewhat.
Well, John, let's start from and honestly, you really are one of the guys that I learned so much about music, so much about radio. And for me, when I was a kid growing up, I would listen to, I literally have the boombox near my head, and I would be like, I'm going to be that guy someday. Even it was David Allen Boucher up in Boston, or it was this one or that one. But Ozone, let's take it back to where you grew up. So you grew up in Connecticut. What got you initially into radio? What was the spark that said, "Fuck it, man"? That besides your perfect voice for radio, what was the thought behind it for you?
I guess Danny, I grew up with timing, and they always say timing is everything in life. I grew up in Fairfield, Connecticut, which is about an hour outside of New York City. When I was a little kid, this guy came on the radio in New York City, and I never heard anything like it before. Howard Stern. He just started. I'm like, wow, listen to this stuff. He's doing like lesbian dial-a-date. I'm in 8th grade, and I'm like, this is really good stuff. And I really got into radio then. But then when I went to college, I didn't really know what I wanted to do. And I went to Dean College up near you in Franklin, Mass. And they had a great radio station, 88.3 FM WGAO. And the day I was looking around the campus, saw the radio station. I said, that's what I wanted to do. So at Dean, my freshman year, it was great. That was only a junior college back then. And so you could get on the air your first semester. BU, which I got into, Austin, you couldn't probably get on the air until your junior year, But the good thing about a junior college, I got on the air right out of high school, my first semester, and it was awesome. I was doing shows. I was calling the ball games, the Dean basketball games and such. And by my second year, it was awesome. I was really having a good time. I got a job right out of there.
So, John, did you? So it's funny. One of our most recent podcasts, I was on the air at WSKB out of Westfield. Have you honestly listened to your radio shows from your college days? From Dean College. Do you have the tapes?
No, I don't think I have any tapes of the shows. I might have a couple of tapes. Doing play-by-play for the basketball team or the football team.
Does it give you douche chills? Or were you good? You were probably fucking great back then. Dude, I sounded like a fucking from Boston. I'm over here now. I curved my accent so hard, man. But I'm assuming you sounded great back in the day.
I have no idea what I sounded like. It's wild hearing you then throw the F-bomb. I'm doing an interview. I'm thinking I'm on the radio, but I'm on a podcast. And you're saying F-bomb every other word. I'm getting
we're gonna get that. We're gonna get to that, Ozone. That's the best part of this. Is I'm literally sitting in my basement. We've got sound effects. We've got a nice mixer board, and I said, let's just call Ozone. Let's talk about the past. So you go from college, and then you go to Providence, right? 103.7 WWRX in Providence, right?
Yeah, back then that's what it was. 103.7 WRX. I think it's WEEI FM now out of Boston. They picked that up, but back then that was when I got my first job out of college. It was a classic rock station. I fell asleep about 4 in the morning saying Billy Jones, you're always a woman to me. Whatever.
Hey, but by the way, if you're hearing another voice, that's my buddy Tony. Tony's on my podcast here, and actually we used to party at the Doherty house back in the day. I'm sure, John, you remember.
What's up, Tony?
Hey, what's up, John? Just in case you don't think a line got crossed and
someone's making fucking noises. And then on to your hero, WCCC, and which is Howard Stern's very famous for WCCC. So how many years after Howard were you on CCC?
Let's see, I was on CCC from 89 to 92. I think Howard Stern left CCC in 78 or 79, so it was about a decade apart.
Oh, okay.
When I got the job at CCC, I'm like, holy, I guess I can't say it.
You can say it.
I'm working at a radio station, Howard Stern, now I'm working. I already met Fred Norris. You know, I mean, I'm working on the same station. So it was pretty cool, and that's where it really got going for me at WCCC. I was given a break by a guy named Pet Sellers because we all knew the big in the business. I was given a break by a guy named Pet Sellers. I sent him my tape from RX. I only had a weekend gig for a while, and I was doing Saturdays and Sundays at CCC. I told him I couldn't survive anymore. I got to go get a job doing something else. And then he gave me the night shift, and then I earned the afternoon shift from that. And that's where the whole ozone thing stopped. Some caller called in and goes, Oscar, I don't know what that is. I can't pronounce it. Why don't you call yourself the O-Man, the ozone?
Is that how it really began? I didn't know that.
Yeah, some drunk from a place like that. And then Bruce Mittman was the general manager of AF. He hears me one night driving from New York to Boston. I'm on CCC in Hartford. He's the GM of AF in Boston. He hears me. Calls me on a studio line like a guy who's making a request, and he says, "Hey, how would you like to work at AF?" I'm like, "Sure." And then, the rest, you know what they say.
Well, did you so being down in Hartford? Not that you were far from WAF, but did you know? Were you cognizant of WAF and the signal? Because how far? I think AF went somewhat not near Hartford, right?
You could barely hear AF, not in Hartford, but once you started heading towards Worcester. From Hartford, it was only a couple of minutes for you to hear AF. But I knew AF when I was at Dean College, dude. I mean, that's what we used to listen to, either that or CLX.
Oh, that's right. Yeah.
Yeah, when I was at Dean College in Franklin, Mass, that was 1985-87. That's when CLX first started, and we thought it was real cool. Remember, this is before the internet. And now classic rock. It's like, oh man, we can give it, these college kids. And we can hear Zeppelin, man, on the radio now. It's pretty new,
Absolutely. So
I was familiar with AAF. Those are the days when Ian O'Malley was on AAF. Those are the days when Greg Hill was on AAF. Oh, wait a minute. Greg Hill's still on.
I stomped on your line, man. Sorry. He's still there. So WAAF, so 92 to 94, and then eventually you become the music director. That's when young Tom Cruise comes into the picture. 1998. That's when I was talking about this earlier in the podcast, where I sent in, I don't know if I told you this, Ozone, but I sent in my resume and Chuck Perks got it. And Chuck said, "Hey, you're interested in a internship for sports radio." And I don't know fucking a thing about sports. I'm a rock and roll god. To me, I'm like, fuck sports. I'm like, no. I want to go to Ozone, John Osterlin, a music guy. But yeah, but that's where I came into play. And then I got the intern named Tom Cruise. So back in the day, John, you remember that there was Cowhead and fucking Fist Face and Donkey Balls and this and that. John, I want to Donkey Balls was really good. I want to thank you for giving me a fucking name that was pretty sweet, man.
Well, it came down to Tom Cruise or Scrotum Face. I really wasn't sure which one, and I said I'd be nice to you.
It'd be so great if it was Scrotum Face.
And you know what, too? I was talking to Tony. So Tony and I are a big fans of Opie and Anthony and of Opie and Jimmy now.
Doesn't that suck what happened to them? And because obviously I was good friends with those guys, and their show came on after mine at AAF. And doesn't it suck what happened? It's one thing, to break up the show, but it sucks that all that dirty laundry got aired publicly. That bothered me. It's bothering me right now.
So you're talking about the fact that they broke up and basically said they hated each other since about '99 when Jimmy Norton came. You're talking about that, right?
Yeah, and then they just say that they made it out to how they, never really liked each other after that. I just let bygones be bygones. If it was me, I'd be like, look, the show broke up, whatever. But I guess, they were so big that people kept asking questions and poking them and stuff. They wanted to, people want to know why, what happened, and blah, blah, blah. But it just stinks because they're both old friends of mine, and I've been asked on social media and to pick a side or whose side am I on. And look, I work with both of these guys. They're both my friends, man. And it's just sad to see that happen. And I still love them both.
Yeah, you could tell they didn't want to even talk about it, but like you said, it just went back and forth to the point where they're like, all right, fuck it, let's just get it all out there. So they actually, I was telling Denny, this is Tony.
It's not
Denny. I don't have a general American accent.
Oh, thank you.
But yeah, I was telling Denny, I was listening to Anthony's show when Opie had brought up that he hadn't come to his house to see where he lives, and Anthony goes, the last person I worked with that I actually went to their house was John Osterland. I don't know if you knew that. That was about 2 months ago.
Yeah, him and his ex-wife. It's interesting you bring that up.
Jen. I remember Jen.
Yeah, they used to come over with a 30-pack of Bud Light. We used to play poker. All kind of guys used to come over with Tom Cruise. It was the crew back then. But then other days, Opie would come over and we'd watch the NBA playoffs. So it's weird. They both used to come to my house fairly regularly, but they would never come together. Even back then.
That is funny.
If we want to play poker, Anthony and that crew would come over. If we want to watch the NBA finals, Opie and that crew would come over. So it was pretty wild. Yeah, we used to have some good times back in the old house in Framingham.
Yeah, I was going to say. Go ahead. Go ahead, John.
That old house in Framingham where Denny's father in the hot water heater in my garage.
Oh, that's right. I forgot about that. Yeah. I remember. It's funny, John. Talking about Anthony, and so I remember meeting Jen, and of course Anthony has talked about Jen a ton on the O&A show. In their brutal divorce. But I remember meeting Jen and Anthony saying, "Oh, that's Tom Cruise. You don't know Tom Cruise?" And I felt like a little bit of pride. I'll never forget him sitting down playing cards and getting fucking wasted with my brother, Evolution Man, I think we discussed, and me taking bong hits until my head fell off. Yeah, John, I left your house. I'll never forget leaving your house in a snowstorm. High as shit, and it was horrifying getting home. That Framingham to Woburn ride was horrifying.
I can't picture you driving. I can't picture you driving sober from there.
Oh, slow down! I'm hoping to post this podcast on my Facebook page. You brought the weed and you brought the ball.
That's correct. That's correct. Hey, how do you feel?
Remember that. And when you came in, I'm like, "What are you bringing that stuff?"
Exactly. That's right. How do you feel about the legalization of marijuana in Colorado and Washington and so on? What are your thoughts on that?
I've always thought this stuff should be legal. It's a plant, and it's no worse for you than alcohol. You can't tell me that it's any worse than alcohol. I never heard of anybody getting stoned and then beating their wife. So. I don't know, but I'm as I get older, I'm a political libertarian. I'm for less government intrusion in our lives and more personal freedom. So pretty much any question you ask me, I'm going to lean towards whatever the people want to do. Mob rule, whatever the people want. So
I like that. So weed is whatever. I think it's one of those things where eventually it's going to be something that the government's going to make a ton of money off of. Therefore, keep going and going and going. But let's get back to sort of your chronological timeline. So AAF. Now you helped me meet Stone Temple Pilots. The best was when John said, "Hey, can you walk Dean DeLeo to the bathroom?" And he asked me if my name was Mike, and I said yes, just so I could talk to him the entire way. And John introduced me, not even introduced me, but Incubus, you hooked me up with being in the studio with Stone Temple Pilots. Days of the New, remember, John, when you said to Travis Meeks from Days of the New, you said, "Do you guys want to fight Hanson, the band?" I do remember that.
Yeah, we almost pulled that off too. That would have been cool to see a fight between those two bands.
Who was the coolest band that you met, John? Who do you remember, or who do you literally were you nervous when you interviewed? Because you were always so fucking smooth. Who can you remember some interview that even in AF or WRNO or any station that you think you were blown away? The biggest guest you got. Who do you think was that?
I've been lucky since pretty much right out of college to be working on the radio. I've met so many famous people and interviewed them that, so in the beginning, it was a little bit nerve-wracking. So after a couple of years, it was fun. Let's see, off the top of my head, the coolest guy that I ever interviewed had to be John Paul Jones from Led Zeppelin. I'll never forget that day he came up to the studio at AF.
Come on,
and
Led Zeppelin.
I'm sitting down with a guy who was actually in Led Zeppelin, and I remember the funniest one. I asked him, we were talking because, you know, he was kind of famous before Led Zeppelin. He was a big-time producer. He was older than the rest of the guys. And he had produced the Donovan hit called Hurly Curly Man.
Oh, yeah. That's a great song.
Yeah, he had some fame, and he was married young. And he told me, he said, yeah, I got married, and then I got in Led Zeppelin, and I'm still married to the same woman. And I said, you're still married to the same woman, and you were in Led Zeppelin? I said, you know how many people that weren't in Led Zeppelin have been divorced 3 times? So I always thought that was, interviewing John Paul Jones was really cool. And the most nervous I was, no doubt about it, was the singer from the band Tool.
Maynard, yeah.
Because he never did interview. Tool doesn't do interviews. And the only reason I interviewed him is because he had that side project called The Perfect Circle, and we were playing the record, and the record company called, and they wanted to have the guitar player, Jimmy, from A Perfect Circle come in. And I said, sure. They were in town that night opening, I think it was Stone Temple Pilots, actually, the Worcester Central. And I said, yeah, Jimmy can come in as long as Maynard comes in. And they said, no. But you had to get Jimmy to come in. So they said, yeah. So they said, yeah, Maynard could come in, but then they had a list. They had a list of things that had to happen. Like, nobody could be in the hallway. Nobody else could be in the studio. Maynard may or may not talk on the radio on mic, but he'll come in. And so he comes in, and he's this little guy. He's got these big beady eyes, and he's sitting there. I'm just looking at him, and I was sweating. And I was asking Jimmy, the guitar player, a couple of questions, and I guess Maynard liked me, because then I turned to Maynard and started asking him questions, and he actually answered them. I thought he was just going to say, shut up, I'm just here to support you. He actually answered a couple of questions.
He's one of those.
John Paul Jones and Maynard.
No, that's perfect, John. He's one of those guys. Maynard's one of those guys that he's like Alice Cooper. You don't know it, but they're very sophisticated. And they're, you know what I mean? It's like they were in. Maynard has his own winery, and it's fucking bizarre to me that somebody can have so many different personalities, and all, he's almost like a chameleon in the sense that you never see what he looks like. There's something about Tool that gives them that, every band nowadays wants their fucking face clearly on the record, wants their face, clearly on MTV and this and that. But there's something about Tool that was so cool. I remember, John, you were telling me about one show that I believe it was the A Perfect Circle show or one of those where he was in the audience. He turned around, looked at you, and said, "Shh." One of those deals where nobody really knows what I look like because he's changing his style so many ways. It's bizarre, man.
Well, that was what I always thought was cool about Tool. Every album, they never put a picture of themselves on their albums. You would never know. But as a matter of fact, that night, and this was so cool, that night at the concert, A Perfect Circle plays, and then Stone Temple Pilots come on, right before STP. I'm sitting down by the side of the stage with my friends, and Maynard is 2 rows behind me. And he had just played, but like every other concert, he usually wears a mask or he does something, so you don't really know. I turn around and I look at Maynard, and he's standing there. He's got all these fans around him with Tool shirts, and I have no idea who he is. And I looked right at him. He looked at me in the eyes, and then he made the shush thing. He went, shh, put his finger over his lips. He's standing among his fans, and they didn't even know who he was. How amazing is that? I mean, I think that's pretty cool.
That's the best of both worlds because you're famous
incognito.
And you're rich, but you can go to the store.
Yep. Dude, I can't even go to the store anymore because of my podcast now. Everybody's like, what the fuck? There he is, Denny.
Oh, I
That's
know.
the kid. Look at him. He looks much taller in real life. All right, John. So we go back to WAAF. So you leave me. I was very saddened, but you leave WAAF. You go to WRKO, which is a talk station in Boston. This is around 2001, I think it was. So you have the show with Massachusetts Congressman Peter Balut, and from 2001 to 2003. So this is where you transition into talk, right? So for you, John, rock radio was wait, talk for 5 minutes. Wait, talk for 5 minutes. Play some tunes. Believe me, music's awesome, But I think, at what point did you say, I can do this, man? I can do a talk show? Did that sort of...
Greg Hill had a funny line back then when I went down the hall from AF to RKO from the rock station to do the talk show. Greg Hill said, well, hey, he's been doing a talk show out here for the last few years anyway. So it was pretty funny, but the reason I got that gig is because a guy named Andy Mose, who was a Boston radio legend,
he had
a heart attack and died. And I was right at the end of my contract on AAF. I'd been on AAF for 9 years, and I said, it's time to go do something else anyway. I could talk about boobs and ass the rest of my life. It's time to go someplace else. So when Andy Mose died, again, like I said earlier, timing in life is everything. It happened to be when my contract was up at AAF, so I just walked down the hall and I did a couple of auditions, and they liked me and they gave me the gig, and I signed a 3-year contract. And then they had 3 or 4 different program directors over those 3 or 4 years. I think it's still going on like that, and all the program directors liked me except the last guy they brought in, Mike Elder. He didn't like me. He didn't want any comedy or didn't want anything like that. He wanted basically PBS. So we used to fight all the time. And then I 2.5 years into a 3-year contract, Mike Elder said, well, we don't want you here anymore. I said, fine. And so that's when the only time I got fired in radio, actually, and then until now. But right before that happened, I bought a condo on the beach in Miami, and so when that happened, I sold my house in Framingham. I moved down to the beach in Miami. You saw my condo right on the ocean.
Oh yeah, I was there. Unbelievable view, unfucking believable.
And I opened up a bar with my old college roommate and another friend of mine who you know, a mutual friend.
Yeah.
Steve, and we had a bar for a couple of years. And then a guy I used to work with at AAF, Mike Kramer, came walking into my bar on South Beach, and he asked me if I wanted to go back onto the radio. He had got a job here in New Orleans at WRNO. He was like,
oh, that's right. Yeah, I forgot the connection.
That's how I ended up in New Orleans. I'd never been here in my life.
Oh, so you hadn't been there before?
No.
At that point? Wow.
Oh, I think I think like when I was 20, I came from Mardi Gras, and I don't even remember anything.
So we fast forward to you going to WRNO in New Orleans. This was when I started my other job that I'm working in. So 7 years ago, I think it was, right? So about 2008, you started in WRNO, New Orleans?
Yeah. I got here a year and a half after Hurricane Katrina.
Oh, that's right.
I got here 7 years ago, and to see the city right now compared to what it was back then, back then it was like a war zone, But it's an amazing city, and we had a lot of success on the show. 7 years. The last 3.5, I was working with the best guy I ever worked with in my life. We met him, a guy named James Parker. We were doing real good shows, and then they decided to eliminate the local afternoon position to save money. I just figured they were going to move us to mornings, but they didn't, and that's that. And so it kind of sucks because you're finally working with the guy. I've been working in radio for almost 20 years. I'm finally working with the guy that, boy, we could go to the top. There was no doubt in my mind. There's no doubt in my mind right now, Kenny. You put Johnny James on anywhere, in the morning, in the afternoon, in New York City or Los Angeles, all over the country, we would succeed. There's no doubt about it. We were killing it every day. Well, you were lucky. I was lucky enough to go. I had a trade show for my current work, and I went down to New Orleans and finally got to see you, buddy. And this was last year. I met James. Yeah,
great.
You sat in on the show. Together.
Yeah, James, great guy, and you showed me around the studios. I got to see the hip hop station in Louisiana and at WRNO, and then I got to sit in. It was like the old days, man. I mean, it was so fucking cool to see you just doing your thing, and seeing the talk show atmosphere, seeing you and James interact. It was really cool, man. And then you see shit on Facebook. I'm like, God damn it, they let him go. How did they let him go? And then your following, man. I'll tell you something right now. I've never seen people so loyal to you. I shouldn't say that. People are loyal, but to see the outpouring of respect and love for you was fucking awesome, man, because I follow you. Yeah, man.
Away. I had no idea, dude. I had no idea. You're going to do a show every day and you go home. And when something like this happens, you were picketing outside the radio station. We've had some parties and stuff, and still to this day on social media, people are like, "Where the hell are you?" So, and I'm asking them the same thing. I don't know where the hell I am.
Hey, John, what is Pencil for Poor People? I should know this, but
Pencils for Poor People. That was a shady. There are so many shady nonprofits in New Orleans. Politicians, they all have these nonprofit organizations to help the poor. Then they end up stealing the money for themselves, and we see it all the time. So we said, Parker came up with the idea. Parker said, "Hey, let's have our own shady nonprofit. We'll call it Pencils for Poor People." More poor people had pencils, there wouldn't be as many poor people. So we raised money. We're telling you, it's a shady nonprofit. Give us your pencils, we'll get it to the poor.
Oh my God! Hey, so you're in Party Central. Do you have any great? I mean, I can't even imagine the parties that you've been to. So you took me to Bourbon Street. We partied. I had a great time with my good buddy. Tell me, you got to have a story that sticks out in the last 7 years that was either horrifying or you couldn't believe this happened, or you got to have something from literally the party capital of the U.S. There's got to be something that sticks. Yeah, there's got to be. I'm assuming something sticks out that was crazy.
Wow, well, I'm trying to remember.
John, you've been sober for 7 years, so come on, you should be able to remember.
A lot of great times. This is a great city. Let's see. I remember about 2 years ago, we were drinking at a bar uptown New Orleans. Well, I'm sitting right now, actually, outside of a bar uptown New Orleans, talking to you.
Oh, you're outside of a bar right now? I love it.
We were outside of we were drinking at a bar on a Friday night. We went home, went online when I woke up, probably about maybe 10 hours later, and someone got shot and killed right outside that bar minutes after we left. And so I was like, wow, we had good timing that night. Remember I said timing is everything in life?
Oh, yeah.
If we stuck around there for 5 or 10 more minutes, I don't know if it was on purpose or it was a random robbery gone wrong. But I left the bar 5 to 10 minutes before someone got shot and killed, and I was there, like 5 to 10 minutes before. So.
All right, let's get on.
There's been a lot of great times. I mean, I live uptown, being able to walk to a bar called Tipitina's and seeing Dr. John, even though it was sold out, just walking in there because I know the manager tank and sees me outside. Hey, come on in, Dr. John's on stage. He's a legend. You start thinking about the music that came out of the city, the Nevilles, and like I met Dr. John, and then there's so many legends in the city, Pat Domino, and the sound of New Orleans, and every night, Trombone Shorty, and you walk into a bar and then, geez, Alan Toussaint is playing. The history of the city when it comes to music is just incredible. And when I do leave, I'm going to miss it. I probably should have 2 or 3 months ago. But the city is a hard city to move out of. And it's interesting. I got to get going right now, please. It was great talking to you, and hopefully, I don't know what's going to happen. I'm talking to a couple of other radio stations. There's a couple of things outside of radio that interest me right now. I'm working on a documentary. I would love to get back on the radio up in Boston or here. I'll flat out be honest with you. So there's a few things going on, and when I figure out exactly what's going to happen, I'll come back on your podcast.
Hey, Kit, I have a couple quick questions before you go. Don't leave me, okay? My buddy. All right, listen. So you're currently looking for a job in the radio industry. Of course, we have openings on the WBV podcast and mornings, afternoons, midday, nights.
Every slot except for Friday night.
So, John, if you want to be on our podcast, you can absolutely do that. You were known for the Ozone Midget sightings, okay? We all know that.
Yes.
Okay, just really quick, if you were forced to work outside of the radio industry, which profession would you choose, okay? Start a Molly Hatchet tribute band with all little people called Midget Hatchet, or direct a new remake of Sharknado called Midgenado. It's tornado-soaked wild midgets falling from the sky, chewing up regular-sized people. Which one would you do, John?
I'd either do B or become a stripper.
All right, hold on. One really fast, John. One more. And this one's literally tailor-made for you. So starting in Boston and going to San Francisco. If you know what crowd surfing is, right? So how many little people would it take to carry you from Boston to Los Angeles, mosh pit style across America? I mean, I'm talking Stockbridge to Boston, the distance. I mean, how many are falling off and dying? What's your number, buddy? It's about
since I'm not working, I haven't been eating as much. I'm trying to save money. I'm pretty lean right now, probably maybe 6 people.
It's John. You can see how important it was that Denny fucking keep you on the phone for another 2 minutes to ask you these crazy questions.
John Ozone Osterland, thank you so much for coming on the podcast today. I'm going to plug your Twitter, John Osterland, of course, on Twitter. I know you're on Facebook. On Osterland is Osterlind.
Yeah, I am on Twitter, although I don't tweet that much, and I'm on Facebook, John Osterland. And yeah, give me the when you're done with this, give me the link, and I'll put it on my Facebook page, and maybe you can get 10 more people that'll listen to it this week.
Thank you so much, Johnny. You're the best, man. Really, really appreciate you coming on tonight.
All right, Danny. You guys take care. Thanks for having me.
Thanks, Johnny. Talk to you soon, buddy.
Take care.
All right, bye.
Best of WBV podcast. 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 Best of WBV podcast.
Bullshit detector.
Let's see if we can find some terrible actors, and I might have a surprise later. I might have a surprise.
Ooh.
I might have written a skit for us because I want to try out acting. But let's try out these here first. We may know this one.
Who gives a shit what you believe? In 30 seconds, you'll be dead. Then I'll blow this place up and be home in time for cornflakes.
What does that mean?
Hold on. So that was Total Recall.
Yeah, but
didn't they just remake that?
Ruined the movie with
they did
with Colin Farrell.
Yes,
Yeah. So
do you think they kept the cornflakes line in? It was Colin Farrell.
I want to say it was Colin Farrell.
It wasn't Running Man?
I have to admit, I've only seen the remake
MC
of
Hammer. I don't have my sound effect. I can't touch this.
It was Total Recall.
I've only seen the remake. I got a little bit of younger years on you guys, so I've only seen the remake.
Oh, you were 86. Seen the original?
86.
I've never seen the original Total Recall.
It's a good movie, ruined by that asshole.
When you were in
talks about
diapers, I was
cornflakes.
cheering on the Patriots. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, they were good back then.
5 days after they got smoked by the Bears. That's when I was born.
right.
Yeah, 5 days after the Super Bowl.
I think I was at your parents' house. I could have been at the
Total
time.
Recall.
You were fucking shit-faced.
I was fucking mangled. I was 10.
I'll put that on my Netflix list.
Total
it's
Recall.
good.
So cornflakes. So here we go. Here's another one.
Cocksucker. Fuck with me, and we'll see who shits on the sidewalk.
Hold on, that was pretty
wasn't
good.
that bad.
What was wrong with that?
Let's try that again.
I like the potty mouth.
There's a lot of dirty stuff. I bet she's dirty.
This could get good.
And she gets into the bed.
I never saw Judge Dredd.
Up and be home in time for cornflakes.
We get it. We
asshole.
Death Race.
Death Race. Cocksucker. Fuck with me, and we'll see who shits on the sidewalk.
I wasn't buying that as much.
You know what's coming up?
What?
Look.
I never saw this.
No, Judge Dredd. What do you think he's going to say? My famous line. We're going to make T-shirts soon.
Is that what he says?
I'll be the judge of that. I don't know if he says it, but it'll be great if he does. That's my new thing.
Greatest catchphrase in history.
Tell me, just say, I'm going to the store. Just say anything. Go ahead.
I'm going to go take a piss.
I'll be the judge of that.
Yes.
Right? I'll be the judge. Like, I'll fucking judge you. Like, I'll point at you and tell you if you can take a piss.
Yeah.
Here we go.
You killed innocent people.
The means to an end.
You started a massacre.
I caused the revolution.
You betrayed the law.
Oh, yeah. Hold on.
That's a fucking.
I
That's bad.
love when the internet just goes.
Shits on somebody.
Yeah, they take it and they. That's like Opie and Jimmy had played when the guy kicked the other comedian in the stomach. And he goes.
They slow it down.
Hold on, here we go. Shitty scene again. Go. Shark attack.
I'm exhausted.
Yeah, me too, but I'm really wired. What do you say I take you home and eat your pussy?
What? He didn't say that. That's a joke, right? He really said that? He didn't. He seriously said, "Let me take you home and eat your pussy."
He said that. Didn't you see Shark Attack 3? I refuse to think that there's any bad acting in Shark Attack 3.
You think so?
Oh,
can we watch
like
one? Can we see the first one?
Dude, do you
the
realize
one that started it all?
Sci-fi has three-headed sharks. There's 45 different versions of Sharknado. Capitalize. Where did they get the funding for this? Where the fuck did they get the funding?
It's so bad that people watch it.
Star Wars Episode 2, Attack of the Clones. Here we go.
I don't like sand.
You're going to anger a lot of people.
It's coarse and
rough and irritating, and it gets everywhere.
That is some terrible acting for a huge movie like that. I don't like sand.
I'm not sure of sand, but I
and
know.
Then he explains, we know why you don't like sand. No one likes sand. It's coarse. It gets in your ball bag.
Hold on. This is a scene between... We want to do an acting scene? Cousin Patrick?
Yeah.
You're going to be Richard Overton, also known as Dick Overton. I'm going to be Cletus Peters. I'm Cletus Peters. I don't like sand that much. What are your thoughts on it?
I'm Dick Overton. Where is the sand located?
It's on the ground. We're going to play at it. Cut. Right? That was a good scene.
Yeah, that was awesome.
Good, thanks.
Better than the fucking horse shit we're listening to right now.
This is the best, possibly the best scene ever. I fucking love horror movies. I love just getting in my own world. And watching.
What made you decide to go grab that piece of paper?
The names.
He couldn't remember the fucking names.
Based on the sand thing.
Richard Overton. Richard Overton's the one who
Dick Overton,
who sued Bud Light. Cleanthy Peters sued the haunted house.
It's Cleanthy.
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 Here we go. So this is Troll 2. The movie is Troll 2. This kid's got Coke bottle glasses. He's staring up at a bunch of trolls eating his friend, I think?
I've noticed the trend, and they're all sequels.
They're eating her! And then they're going to eat me!
Oh, no.
Oh, my God!
Hold on. I have to go back to that.
No inner monologue on that
Every
guy,
shitty one is all sequels. Shark Attack 3.
Yeah.
Trolls 2.
Hold on.
Judge Dredd was the original.
He's staring up at trolls eating either his sister or some sort of family member.
He's giving the play-by-play.
They're eating her. Then they're going to eat me.
It's so bad. That's pretty much it.
Cleanthy Peters is eating my pecker. Then she's going to eat my bottle.
And it's covered in sand.
Covered in sand.
I don't like sand.
Hold on. This is the best part ever.
And it gets everywhere.
All right. What? Here we go. Troll 2.
They're eating her! And then they're going to eat me! Oh my God!
Dude, that's just...
Oh my God!
That's just bad. That's lack of writing. Like,
yeah,
we can
who the fuck is producing this?
Who the fuck is the director that goes, that's good, let's go. Let's go to lunch.
Cut.
Done.
Let's not
This kid's got it.
Nailed it.
Yeah. This kid, there was no one else good. We had Fred Savage. He said,
you can realize all that from looking at the horror on his face. You don't need to. He doesn't need to say it out loud. It's so stupid.
Could you picture him in the dressing room? Okay, guys, come over here, dwarfs. I want you all to pinch my balls. I don't want to get scared, so I want you all to scare me. Pinch my balls so I can say, "Oh my God!"
That is the worst. No wonder I've never heard of that.
I wish the
movie.
listeners could see that kid's face, because you know that kid's fucking...
What's he doing now?
He's living in his parents' basement collecting his 19-cent royalty checks from fucking Trolls 2.
What's he doing? I'm
waiting
jealous, though. I've always wanted to be in a horror movie. I would love to have been in a horror movie. But
Was that Troll 2?
Troll 2.
Troll 2.
So
here we go. This one's...
Get his name. Find out what he's doing.
John Travolta's Battlefield Earth, I think it's called.
While you were still learning how to spell your name, I was being trained to conquer galaxies.
That was Travolta?
That was Travolta. It wasn't bad. I don't know. It was just kind of boring.
I liked what he
What
did.
the fuck
I really
movie
liked
is
what he
that?
did with that.
You're
I don't know what this
Too
is.
bad you will die.
What the fuck?
That wasn't bad either. So this one is Nicolas Cage in The Wicker Man. I never saw The Wicker Man.
Me neither.
But this is so he's got it's kind of intense. He's got a head over his cage, cage over his head. Nicolas
those
Cage.
bees?
He's got a Nicolas Cage over his cage head with bees on his head, and he's screaming. I don't know.
Is hers? Tell me!
Yes, I think it. Yeah.
How'd it get burned? How'd it get burned? How'd it get burned? How'd it get burned?
I don't know.
It's It's more just stupid writing than bad.
Oh, here we go. I don't know. I guess this is number one.
I don't think we should talk about it. Unless you're prepared to kill them.
Oh, man. Oh, God.
Oh, man.
Oh, God.
It's a guy from Wings.
Yeah. No, it's not.
Oh, man.
It isn't?
That's O'Neill. Ryan O'Neill.
Oh, that was Ryan. That was an old.
Oh, God. Oh, man.
Oh, God. Oh,
so the last ones aren't that great, but whatever. That was good. All right. So should we step it up and actually do our thing when it comes to like acting? Like
try to act?
Actually act? I think I can act. I mean, I've done radio since I was 18, so I should be able to do this.
It's true.
I should be able to, right?
You should.
All right. I happen to have written a script that may work for the WBV podcast, and I think it's time. It's something we should work with. I think it's a made for TV movie, and it's called Podcast Punk's Jailhouse Interview. It's it's Podcast Punk's Jailhouse Interview, starring and the amazing cousin Patrick as the Italian-Korean detective Salvatore Quang. You're Salvatore Quang.
Quang.
So you're acting chops. And then there's the Chimbian brothers, Jimmy and Timmy, played by local Boston asses Danny Doherty and Tony Carcati.
I'm Timmy.
So I'm Jimmy.
Okay.
Jimmy Chimbian, one of the podcast heroes, and you're Timmy. So we're going to act. Let's make this a real scene. So I'm going to literally have fucking background noises at a police station. You got to be intense. You're a Korean, American, Italian. Fucking, you're pissed off at me. Okay, that's
you're
your.
A lot of
wait,
things.
what do they say? That's
your motivation.
Thank you. That's my. What's your motivation? Your motivation is this. Okay. All right, here we go. So this is a scene.
You're just mad.
We're actors. We can beat any fucking shitty scenes that we've seen. Roadhouse, all these shitty movies. We're gonna do better. Here we go. All right. Background noise. 5, 4, 3, 2,
and action.
Listen up, you two low-life punks. Detective Angel Chu, and I know you're responsible for the kidnapping of tiny A sitcom god Webster. Just tell us where you're hiding the lovable munchkin so you can go home to your boyfriends.
You think you can intimidate the hottest podcast duo this side of Worcester? Let me tell you something, Kwong. If you think we're hiding that little Spud Webb wannabe, prove it.
Yeah, fucking prove it. By the way, I only had one boyfriend once, and it was in an experimental phase of my life.
Are you two fucking morons serious? Jimmy, you posted a video on Facebook clearly showing Timmy riding Webster like he was a little pony. Your next post was on Instagram where you dressed Webster in an Aaron Hernandez jersey and tried to get him framed for murder. The nail in your coffins had to be Timmy's last Facebook post, a video titled Pink Floyd's Dark Side of the Webster, where you jackasses sniff lines of magic mushrooms, sang New Kids on the Block songs with an English accent, and then try to peel thin layers of Webster's face so you can make sandwiches for your trip to the moon.
Well done, detective. Looks like somebody is a big fan of the Chimbian Brothers podcast. You foiled our plan to suck the DNA out of Webster and create a brainless midget army that would devour the world's population and make them all Chimbian Brother podcast listeners. Only one problem is, I have no clue where Webster is.
Okay, guys, I want to make a confession. I do have a boyfriend, and his name is Webster. He's tied up in my mini munchkin dungeon, and he's waiting for me to crush him like a Busch Light can at a college party. Can we go now?
The end.
And scene.
End scene. Drop mic.